Welcome to the Social Hotelier Show. I'm very glad to introduce you to Bettina Vikman.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. We are now in Alankoti Hotel Apartment, and what we're going to talk about is particularly about the hotel apartment. What makes a hotel apartment stand above the rest? Meaning, the rest means the Airbnbs, there's apart hotels, hotel service apartments. There are many kinds with many products. So Bettina, can you tell a little bit about the backstory about particularly Alankoti?
Yeah, so it's a family-owned hotel with 18 apartments totally. There is different kinds of apartment, different sizes and so on. And they are all with balconies and kitchens and just like a home apartment. So we wanted to make the customer feel at home when they're living here. And there is TVs and dishwashers, laundry machines, everything. In different sizes, and a Finnish family-owned company, and so it's only this building. We're not part of any chain or anything. Really unique place in that way because we're in the middle of the city, but still really near the nature, the park, and Töle Bay, and a lot of sites and so on. So a new building also, so a new area.
Since you're not the branded or part of a chain, and you're sort of a freestanding hotel apartment, how do people find you?
We're on Booking.com and on Hotels.com, on Expedia, so that's mainly where they find us, and also of course on TripAdvisor and on Booking.com we have the rate 9.3, so many people find us through that, and on TripAdvisor actually 5 and number 1 in specialty lodging in Helsinki. So that's also a way they find us through these channels, of course.
I think that I had to admit I went to look at the TripAdvisor,
and
you are getting some great reviews, and I think the biggest complaint is that they don't have enough time to stay here. So I think that's a nice complaint. And from what part of the world, where are your travelers coming from?
Mostly actually Asian, so we have a lot of Asian customers, but also a lot from Europe and the States and so on. So really from everywhere, and of course also some travelers just from Finland who is coming for a weekend here or something like this. So yeah.
Are they people on holiday or on business, or how is that?
Mostly holiday, but also on business. We have a lot of headquarters around here, this area, that makes it also really safe and a quiet, nice area to be on. And but mostly on holiday. Then of course we have also 2 penthouses, and there we have meeting spaces. So some meetings are held there, and of course then business people there. So
What makes you different to everyone else in your customer? You're customer centric, obviously, but what are the things that makes you different to what your so to speak competitors?
Yeah. Well, really the personal service, of course. For example, when the customer comes here, we always, of course, check them in, and then we show the map and really ask them what they're interested in and if they want to have more information. And then we also take them to the apartments and show here how everything works in practice. So that's really good. And those who are staying like 1 week really appreciate it, for example, staying a longer time to get to know how everything works. So really personal, and even though it's a small team, we're only 5 people working here daily, but and we're not 24/7 in the office, but they can call us 24/7, and in that way, like, they can always reach us, and we always can help them.
You mentioned you have several Asian guests, right?
Yes.
So I was here a few years ago, and I saw some Japanese family. It was sort of a mother and father and their child, or maybe almost be a student who is students they brought here. So I'm kind of wondering, because there might be some language barriers. How do they manage? I mean, or is that an issue anymore these days with the Asian travelers?
Mostly, it's not an issue anymore. So we manage pretty good with English actually, and also of course then you can show things with your body language if you need to explain and so on. So we have not had that big of problems.
I think those are. I mean, today's travelers are well traveled, so this is not their first location when they're traveling. So they're coming among many others, and Finland being the first entry to Europe. So this might be just their first stop before they continue to the other areas.
Yeah, I have noticed many are doing these kind of trips that they're going to many countries like Sweden and Denmark at the same time, seeing many places and quite also normal that they come here, stay a few nights, then they go to northern Finland, to Lapland, and then they come again back and stay a few nights. That's quite popular among many travelers.
And what are some typical questions that you are asked from the travelers when they're coming here for the first time?
Well, everybody always asks about if you can drink the water, and that's like one really unique thing is that you can drink the tap water. So we're really proud of that here. And well, else they just ask if it's safe, and that's also, it is a really safe city, one of the safest in Europe. So that's really nice. And well, else they maybe also ask some personal questions like what kind of how are Finnish people and things like this, and many people are actually also surprised that they have read somewhere that Finnish people are really shy and don't want to help, but then when they're checking out they tell to me that no, everybody was really helpful and positive and so on, so they're usually surprised by this.
Yes, I mean it's true, it's so true. And you mentioned besides Asia, from what other countries are
in Asia
or in general?
In general, well, UK. Actually, we have from many different countries people coming. So from whole of Europe, actually, we have had customers and so on. From Italy, France, a lot of different ones.
Let's talk a little bit. How are you compared price-wise to your competitors? Where are you position yourself? Yeah,
it's really, as also our competitors, really depending on the season. So right now we have high season, summer, and the prices are of course then higher as also the competition. But you can compare us to other apartments, of course, that has the same things in them, like kitchens, fully equipped kitchens and things like this, and which are in the city center. So there you can compare us pretty much with them. And
okay, yeah, because I mean, looking at now, because we are located in an area which is right in the downtown of Helsinki. It's along a street which is a very famous architect's name. And then you have also the famous Finlandia house. Are somehow people trying to relate to the Alvar Aalto with this place, or does that ever come across?
Yeah, some people do know that, and from many of the apartments you can see the Finlandia Hall, the whole building, and so on. So they think it's really amazing.
No, I think that when I looked at when I visited here and when I saw the pictures of this place, I felt there was something very modern and contemporary about these apartments.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the main difference I see to the Airbnb or maybe some traditional apartment hotels where there can be a little bit like cheap and cheerful, but you have done very tastefully decorated. Just share a little bit more about what in an apartment like this, what would you find for amenities? I mean, there's a toaster and you can have your English breakfast there if you want. What else do you have?
We have balconies in all apartments. Then we have TVs in all apartments. Of course, also balcony furniture so we can sit outside, and then we have kitchens which are fully equipped. So coffee machines, toasters, water boilers, dishwashers in all apartments, and of course all kind of glasses and cups and plates and pots and pans and so on. So and then the laundry machines and showers and toilets and everything. This.
So it's really like a home away from home.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good. Now, people who don't use Booking.com or Trivago and so on, how can they find you? Are you on internet? Can they book directly with you?
They can book directly also. Just by emailing us, you can find our email address on our webpage and so on.
Very good. Let's see if there was any comments. I don't see any other comment at the moment. But what we will do is that if you have any questions or comments about this interview and anything particularly you would like to know about this place, just write down in your comments, and I will put also in the comments the website, so that you can find the website. And if you have any particular comments, I'll make sure that I will relay those questions to you, and then you can directly connect with with the viewer. So,
Yeah.
well, I think that's it today. So
Yeah.
this was really great, and so thank you very much for taking the time
No problem.
and to introduce your wonderful hotel apartment to my viewers. And for all of you, I just want to wish you a very happy summer. I'm going to take a July break, and I will start in August again. And in August, we're going to be at the Savoy restaurant, which is a very famous restaurant here in Helsinki. Meet the chef, and we're going to start something very different. It's called Live Every Day in August, because I know that there are a lot of people who would like to go live, but there's like I was insecure worried about will I look stupid on live, and how will this work out? So I start to practice with a group about going live every day, and I'm going to help you I'm going to start a closed group on Facebook where you can just join in, and I will make an announcement very shortly, and we will start to practice, and you are in a safe environment where you can practice your going live skills, and this will help you if this is what you would enjoy doing. This can be for your business, for your charity work, for anything, because now the live portion of social media is the key to create people interest and build a community, because it's about building community, not about a lot of likes and nice pictures. It's about creating a community with a purpose. So that's what we're going to talk about in August. So I look forward. And so on behalf of Bettina and me, so just thank you very much.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
and have a good summer.
Have a nice summer. Yes.